My girlfriend texted, "You're too broke for me. Go date someone cheap like you." After I said I couldn't afford her weekend trip. She didn't know I'd just cleared my debt and started saving. Weeks later, she saw my first-class flight photos and wrote, "Now you finally look like my type." My reply broke her. I, 28, male, stared at the text message that ended everything. "You're too broke for me, Jake. Go date someone cheap like you." I had been with Sarah, 26, for 2 years. 2 years of dinners I stretched my budget for, weekend trips I put on credit cards, gifts that made her smile while my bank account bled. She never asked how I paid for any of it. She just expected it. 3 days before that text, I had made the final payment on $45,000 in debt. Student loans, credit cards, a car loan I should never have taken. The bank statement sat on my desk, stamped, paid in full across the top. I had not told her yet. That weekend, she announced she wanted to go to Miami. 4-star hotel, rooftop bars, boat parties. $2,200 minimum. When I said I couldn't swing it right then, she laughed. "Jake, you've been broke since we met. I'm done waiting for you to get your life together." I did not argue. I just read the message 3 times, then put my phone down. 6 weeks later, she saw the photos. Me in a first-class seat with champagne in hand. Me at a resort she had talked about visiting for months. She wrote, "Now you finally look like my type." My reply broke something in her she could not fix. Sarah and I met at a friend's rooftop party 2 years back. She worked in marketing. I was a project manager at a tech firm. On paper, we fit. In practice, I was drowning. The debt started in college. Student loans, then medical bills when my mom got sick my senior year. I put everything on credit cards. By the time I met Sarah, I owed $45,000. I never told her the exact number. I said I was working on some debt. Her parents had paid for her college, bought her first car, covered her apartment deposit. Money was just something that appeared when you needed it. Our first months were good. Coffee dates, walks in the park, cheap Thai food. By month 4, her expectations shifted. $70 restaurants. Weekend trips to Nashville, Charleston, the Outer Banks. She never offered to split costs. It was always, "Let me know when you book it." I started working overtime. Freelance gigs on weekends. I skipped lunches and made extra debt payments. Every month, I paid $600 more than the minimum. Sometimes $800. My goal was clear. Pay it off by my 20th birthday. Sarah saw the overtime as ambition. She did not know I was eating ramen 4 nights a week so I could take her to the steakhouse she loved on Fridays. By year 2, the cracks showed. She started comparing me to her friends' boyfriends. One guy bought his girlfriend a Cartier bracelet. Another owned a condo downtown. I lived in a 1-bedroom with IKEA furniture. "Do you even have a 5-year plan?" she asked one Sunday. "I'm handling some things first," I said. "Then yeah, big plans." She rolled her eyes. "You've been saying that for months." I did not argue. I just made another payment that week. $1,800. My balance dropped to $9,000. 3 weeks later, she announced the Miami trip. The timing could not have been worse. I had just cleared the debt that Tuesday. My account balance was $600. But Sarah did not do patience well. The Miami conversation started casual. She sent me a link to a boutique hotel in South Beach. "This is the vibe. Let's go next month." I opened the booking page. $1,100 for 3 nights. Flights were $400 each. $2,200 minimum. I called her that night. "Can we push it a couple months? I just cleared some major expenses." Silence. Then, "What major expenses?" "Debt. $45,000. Paid off last Tuesday." I thought she would be proud. Instead, she laughed. "Wait, you've been broke this whole time." I was paying down debt. That's not the same as broke. "Jake, I've been waiting 2 years for you to step up. Turns out you were just digging yourself out of a hole." Her tone cut. I stayed calm. "I'm out now. I just need a few months to save before Miami." A few months. You know what? I'm done waiting. My friends are traveling, getting engaged, moving into real apartments. And I'm stuck dating someone who can't even afford a weekend trip. So this is about money. It's about you not being able to provide the life I want. I need someone who's ready now. The word hung there. "Got it," I said. "Good luck, Sarah." I hung up. 10 minutes later, my phone lit up. "You're too broke for me, Jake. Go date someone cheap like you." Below that, another message. "Don't bother reaching out. I'm already talking to someone who actually has his life together." I set the phone down and looked at the bank statement on my desk. Zero balance on every account that used to haunt me. $600 in checking. 45,000 in chains I had just broken. I opened my budget spreadsheet and made a new plan. Rebuild savings to 5,000. Book the trip I wanted. Live like I had just won a war, because I had. Her text sat in my phone like evidence. I did not delete it. I just let it exist as proof of what she really cared about. That weekend, I picked up a freelance gig. $1,200. I put $800 in savings and used $400 to buy a decent mattress. Not IKEA, just good. For the first time in years, I slept through the night. Sarah posted photos that weekend. Brunch with her friends, caption reading. Investing in myself and my future. I did not like it. I just kept building. The first month after the breakup felt like waking up from surgery. Painful, but clean. I worked my regular 40 hours, then took every freelance project I could manage. My base salary was $72,000. Side work added another $2,000 a month. New budget. Rent, utilities, groceries, gas. $1,500 total. $500 to savings. $500 to investments. The rest stayed liquid for the goal I had set. 6 months. Save $15,000. Book a trip that would make every penny I used to waste look like loose change. I stopped eating out unless strategic. Meal prep Sundays. Chicken, rice, vegetables. I canceled subscriptions I forgot I was paying for. $70 a month recovered. My apartment stayed quiet. I did not date. I just worked, saved, and slept. Sarah's social media painted a different story. New restaurants every weekend, always a different guy in the background. Never tagged. Just evidence she had moved on fast. Her friends still followed me. I saw their views on my stories. The gym at 6 a.m. The books on my nightstand. I was not posting for them, but I knew they were watching. By month 3, my savings hit $9,000. I paid off my car early, freeing up another $280 a month. I got a promotion in month 4. Senior project lead. $84,000 base, plus bonuses. The raise hit 2 weeks later. An extra $1,000 a month after taxes. Half in savings, half in investments. By month 5, I had $14,000 saved. I searched flights. Not Miami. Somewhere better. Bali. First class seat, $700 one way because of a fare error. I booked immediately. Round trip, $1,400. Resort cost $1,800 for a week. All-inclusive, ocean view villa. Total cost, $3,200. I had $14,000 in the bank. It barely dented my account. I upgraded my wardrobe. Tailored pants, linen shirts, leather shoes. $600. I had earned it. The night before my flight, I packed light. 1 carry-on, a backpack. I screenshot the boarding pass and saved it to my phone. Proof that the plan worked. Update 1: the first-class lounge at JFK was quiet. Leather chairs, floor-to-ceiling windows, complimentary top-shelf drinks. I ordered a whiskey and sat near the window. Boarding started at 7:30. I turned left at the jet bridge. The flight attendant smiled. "Welcome aboard, Mr. Collins. Your seat is 2A. The seat was bigger than my couch. Noise-canceling headphones appeared on my armrest. A menu listed 3 dinner options. A flight attendant brought warm towels and champagne before we pushed back. I took a photo. The champagne flute, the seat, the window showing tarmac lights. I posted it to Instagram. Caption: Patience pays off. No tags. No location yet. I did not check responses. I just put my phone on airplane mode, reclined, and watched the city disappear. The flight was 16 hours. I slept for 10. Flat bed, real pillow, blanket that did not smell recycled. Breakfast was fresh fruit, smoked salmon, pastries that tasted like butter. We landed at noon local time. The resort sent a driver. Black SUV, cold water bottles, working air conditioning. The villa was perfect. King bed, open-air bathroom, private pool overlooking jungle. I dropped my bag, changed, and dove in. That is when I took the second photo. Pool edge, jungle background, sunset turning the sky orange. I posted it an hour later with no caption. By that night, the post had 200 likes. Comments from coworkers, old college friends. One comment stood out. From Rachel, one of Sarah's close friends. "Living your best life, I see." I did not reply. I just liked the comment. The next morning, I woke to a DM request. "Sarah." I did not open it. Instagram shows a preview. "Hey stranger. Looks like Bali is treating you well." I left it unread and went to breakfast. My phone buzzed for more times that morning. All DMs. All from Sarah. I did not open any. That afternoon, I went to a beach club. Rented a daybed. Ordered a $12 cocktail. I took one more photo. Ocean, my drink, feet up. Caption, worth the wait. I posted it and turned off my phone. When I turned it back on that night, Sarah had sent 9 messages. The last one was different. You look good, Jake. Really good. Now you finally look like my type. I read it twice. Then I started typing. Update 2. I stared at her message for a full minute. Now you finally look like my type. Not an apology. Just an observation that I had finally become worth her time. I replied. One sentence. You were never my type. I just settled until I knew better. Send. The response came in seconds. 3 bubbles appeared, disappeared, appeared again. Then a paragraph. Jake, come on. Don't be like that. We both said things we didn't mean. I was frustrated. But look at you now. You're doing amazing. I always knew you had potential. Maybe we just needed time apart. I'm really proud of you. I felt nothing. Just clarity. I typed a second message. You told me to date someone cheap like me. You said I was too broke to provide the life you wanted. You didn't need time apart. You needed me to become someone else. I didn't. I just became someone who knows what I'm worth. And it's not you. Send. This time, the response took longer. Finally, a short message. I made a mistake. Can we talk? I did not reply. The messages kept coming over 2 days. Long paragraphs about how she had been immature, how she regretted everything, how she missed me. Then the tone shifted. You're really going to throw away 2 years over one fight. I see you're reading these. At least respond. You're acting childish, Jake. I still did not reply, but I screenshot the original breakup text and saved it in a folder titled Evidence. On day 3, Rachel sent me a DM. Sarah's really struggling. She knows she messed up. Can you just talk to her? I replied. She's struggling because I'm not available anymore, not because she misses who I actually am. There's a difference. Rachel did not respond. That same day, Sarah posted a quote graphic. Sometimes you don't know what you have until it's gone. I did not like it. I just kept living my vacation. Snorkeling on day 4. Temple visit on day 5. $30 massage on day 6. I posted one photo each day. Not to torture her. To document that I was fine. Sarah's messages turned desperate by day 7. I know I don't deserve another chance, but I'm asking anyway. Please, Jake. I opened the thread and typed one final message. You wanted someone who could provide the life you wanted. I wanted someone who valued the life I was building. We both got what we needed. I'm not the same person you left. And even if I was, I wouldn't go back. Send. Block. I deleted Instagram after that. The rest of the trip was mine. Update 3. I found out what happened next through my coworker, Melissa. She followed Sarah and saw everything unravel. Sarah posted a cryptic story the day after I blocked her. Some people change for the better. Others just change their scenery. Rachel commented within minutes. Girl, let it go. That comment sparked a chain reaction. Jessica replied publicly. Let what go? The guy you called broke 6 weeks ago. The thread exploded. Sarah tried to delete the post, but screenshots were circulating. Someone posted the original breakup text in a group chat with all her friends. The timestamp, her name, everything. Melissa forwarded me a screenshot. Thought you should see this. The text sat there, bold and cruel. Underneath, a dozen replies. You said that to him, and now you're mad he moved on. Sarah tried to defend herself. She claimed the text was taken out of context, that I had been financially irresponsible. Jessica clapped back. He paid off $45,000 while dating you. That's not irresponsible. That's disciplined. The conversation kept going. Someone mentioned Sarah posting with different guys every weekend. Another person said the guy she was talking to had ghosted her after 2 dates. Melissa sent one more screenshot the next day. Rachel's private message to Sarah, accidentally posted in the group. You need to stop. He's moved on. You look desperate. Sarah left the group chat after that. By the time I got back from Bali, the story had become local legend. Someone even made a meme using the breakup text. I did not engage. I just unpacked and went back to work. 2 weeks later, Sarah tried to reach me through LinkedIn. A connection request with a message. I know you blocked me everywhere else. I just want to say I'm sorry. I let the request sit for 3 days. Then I declined it without responding. Melissa texted that same week. Sarah deleted all her social media. Just disappeared. Good for her, I said. Cold, Jake. Not cold. Just done. The anger had burned out somewhere over the Pacific. All that was left was clarity. I did not follow Sarah's unraveling directly, but pieces kept reaching me. Derek mentioned her at a happy hour 3 months after Bali. He had run into her at a coffee shop. She asked about me. She wanted to know if you were seeing anyone. I told her I didn't know. She looked rough, man. I sipped my drink and said nothing. Another friend, Amy, saw her at a networking event. Sarah had switched jobs, left the skincare company for a startup that folded 6 weeks after she joined. Now she was freelancing. She asked if you still lived in the same place. I said I didn't think so. She looked like she wanted to cry. I had not moved. I just did not want Sarah knowing where to find me. By month 5, the social circle that orbited around her had shifted. Rachel stopped inviting her to dinners. Jessica unfollowed her. The guys she posted with during those first weeks had all disappeared. Melissa told me Sarah had tried dating Connor, a finance guy. He took her to expensive dinners, ticked all the boxes she used to say mattered. 3 months in, Connor found out about her pattern. A friend showed him the breakup text. Connor ended things the next day. He told her he doesn't date people who measure love in dollars. Sarah lost it, begged him to reconsider. He blocked her. The irony was not lost on me. Sarah tried to reach out one more time, 6 months after Bali. She sent a letter to my apartment. Handwritten. 3 pages. I read the first paragraph and stopped. Jake, I know I don't deserve forgiveness. I've spent 6 months replaying everything I said to you. I thought I wanted someone who could give me a certain lifestyle. What I really wanted was you. I was just too shallow to see it. The rest was more apologies, regrets, promises to change. I folded it, put it back in the envelope, and filed it with the breakup text. Evidence. Not for revenge. To remember the lesson. People show you who they are when you're at your lowest. Sarah showed me she valued wealth over character. I did not reply. I just kept building the life she said I could never have. A year after the breakup, I met Emily at a work conference in Austin. She was a UX designer. Smart, funny, unbothered by expensive restaurants or cheap taco trucks. We talked for 3 hours at the hotel bar. She never asked what I did for a living. She asked what I cared about. I told her about the debt, the discipline, the breakup that taught me what I deserved. She nodded. So you learned the hard way. Yeah, but I learned. We exchanged numbers. She texted that night. I had a great time talking to you. Let's do it again soon. We did. Twice a week for a month. Then every day. She never demanded I prove my worth through money. She just liked spending time with me. 3 months in, I told her about Sarah. The text. The fallout. The letter. Emily listened. When I finished, she said, she wasn't wrong about one thing. You weren't her type. But that was her loss, not yours. We moved in together after a year. Split rent evenly. Split groceries. Split every decision like partners. My savings hit $40,000 by year 2. The brokerage account crossed 20. I got another promotion. Director level. 6 figures, real benefits, stock options. Emily and I took trips, but we planned them together. Split costs, shared experiences, no one keeping score. One night, she asked if I ever wondered what happened to Sarah. Not really. I heard she moved to another city. Do you think she changed? Maybe, but it doesn't matter. She's not my problem anymore. Emily smiled. Good answer. I thought about that breakup text sometimes. Not with anger. With gratitude. If Sarah had not shown me who she was, I might have wasted years trying to be enough for someone who measured love in dollar signs. Instead, I built a life where my worth was not tied to my bank account, where my partner valued my character, my discipline, my growth. The $45,000 in debt that once felt like a curse became the foundation of everything good that followed. Sarah wanted a lifestyle. Emily wanted a partner. That was the difference. I never replied to Sarah's letter. I never unblocked her. I just moved forward like she had never existed. 2 years after the breakup, I was sitting on my balcony with Emily, watching the sunset. My phone buzzed. A message from Derek. Sarah got engaged. Thought you should know. I showed Emily the text. She raised an eyebrow. How do you feel? Nothing. I hope it works out for her. And I meant it. Not because I forgave her, but because I no longer needed her to apologize, to fail, or to validate my choices. I had already won. Not by proving her wrong, by building a life so full that her opinion stopped mattering. That night, Emily and I booked another trip. Not first class. Just a cabin in the mountains. Quiet, simple hours. I did not post about it. The life I was living was proof enough.